Hey there everybody, this is Kyle. We're bringing you Game 3 of Flash vs. Fantasy here now on Neo Sniper Ridge in the Tving OSL Ro4. Flash down 2-0 and Fantasy with commanding strategy and commanding tactics in the first two games. I feel like his strategy was better. He managed to just go for ground, go for upgrades, and go for the center of the map. Whereas his tactics also were superb, managing to pick off Flash's dropships and neutralizing his drop threat in both games. I feel like Flash needs to do something different this game. Can't just go for that 14 command center into dropships. That just doesn't seem to work for him. Flash going for an unprecedented 4th OSL win in this series here. Flash, you know, the best Terran of all time perhaps, and Fantasy going for a 2nd OSL victory. Here we have Flash in the, looks like purple here at the upper right. Yeah, it's purple. And Fantasy's in the red at the bottom right here on Neo Sniper Ridge. And we'll see what happens here. Lee Young-hee, I guess is Flash's name. And Fantasy here for SK Telecom. I feel like Flash really, like I was saying, needs to do something different here in this game. He can't just go for that standard build with the dropships because Fantasy is just too good at it. I've had that ramen noodle on the left. I've definitely had that before. The Shin ramen noodle. It's quite tasty. Very spicy though. But I've had it before. I'm getting audited by the IRS too right now. It's kind of annoying. I have to go and bring up some forms that I haven't looked at in like 3 years. Goddamn taxes. But anyway, not that that's a political opinion or anything, but it's just annoying. Especially how poor I am, you know. still have to audit me. Fantasy at the bottom right. We'll see if he decides to go for his standard opening too of Armory first. Flash right now sitting on SCV. We'll see if he goes for that fast expand at the upper right. And yeah, I'm not used to these new signs, these digital signs. Both players are okay. Going for barracks, so no fast expand here on Neo Sniper Ridge. This is not a really fast expand popular map for Terran versus Terran. So yeah, we'll see if either player decides to go fast tech now. That could be a possibility. This map is not bad for fast tech at all. And we could see, you know, fast tech. We could see just a standard expansion after the barracks. So it looks like Flash is going to go for the center once again. He's going to not... Nope, he's not going to see the SCV of Fantasy. So he's going to scout now to the right direction, actually. To the correct direction here, yeah. And Flash... Oh no, Flash has gone for the... Yeah, Flash has gone for the wrong direction, I'm sorry. And he might lose his SCV, actually. Looks like... Oh, very close to losing the SCV. Just one hit and you lose the SCV. But the Marine's out now, so he's going to be able to protect himself. Yeah, both players going for a fast expand, actually. And mirror build so far. I feel like that's in Fantasy's favor, actually, slightly, because Fantasy has just been able to come back from economic disadvantage. He should be able to do fine if he's ahead economically to start with. Or if he's tied economically, at least. Fantasy's going to get on Marine. Hopefully he'll be able to block off his ramp before the SUV comes in. We'll have to see. Looks like Flash actually might be able to get the SCV in. Is he going to be able to? Yes, he does get it in. Walks right by the Marine. Nice work there by Flash. And he is going to get a scout off inside of the base of Fantasy. He's not going to see anything too interesting. Just a standard fast expansion. Mirror builds here. And yeah, both going for their factories. We'll see if either player decides to go for starports or if they go for just double factory. Flash putting down a bunker, interesting enough, at his front base. Just wants that extra protection, I guess, from vultures or whatever. And he's going to be fine now in terms of protecting himself. Yeah, there we go. Bunkering up here. Fantasy, meanwhile, is got Marines on a ridge. Even the tiniest difference could mean something here. So that bunker may be setting Flash slightly behind Fantasy. He's gonna have fewer units, you know, because 100 minerals spent on the bunker. But we'll see. Fantasy's gonna spot the bunker. And what's going on here? Oh, looks like a starport going down. So fast tech coming from Fantasy, and from Flash, and from Fantasy. So both players going for double starport. It's gonna be a Wraith game now. Wow, this should be interesting to watch. Both players going for double starports and double gas really quickly also, as we can see here. So both going for mass Wraiths. This is going to be interesting to watch. We're going to see who has the more Boxer-esque micro. Boxer, of course, famous for his Wraith micro in the past. I wonder what he's up to these days. The scion of the Terran race. Yeah, looks like both, well, no, looks like an academy going down for Fantasy, so he's going to be able to scout out Flash and be able to scan for his cloak rates if he decides to go for him. Yeah, looks like both going for control towers. It's going to be a cloak rate battle here, and an academy down for Flash also, so he'll be there too with his scans. Fantasy's going to get a barracks. Let's see if he spots the starports. Looks like he might be able to, because there's only one Marine chasing there. And inside of Fantasy's base, looks like we got an upgrade going up for his something in his machine shop. But both going for cloak rates, like I was saying. The academy's still building there. Maybe he canceled it or something. But Fantasy's not going to be able to see the rates. He's not going to see the starports until it might be too late here. Marines, yeah, chasing it away. Here comes the Wraith. Now he knows. And he's going to have some Wraiths out of his own pretty soon. So, yeah, he does have a Wraith out. Flash right now without any comsat stations so far, as they're showing us. He's going to take down the barracks, I think. Or it looks like those Marines might actually go to defend the barracks. We'll see. That could be a significant loss, though, because he's not going to be able to make factories. Looks like Flash sees the Marines, and he's going to actually attack them with a tank, chase them away there. 3 Wraiths out now for Fantasy. He's going to try to get a Vulture, and not going to work this time. I mean, man, Fantasy's just been so good with his harassment in both games so far. And he's got Comsat Station coming down. I don't think Flash knows about what's going on yet inside of Fantasy's base. He's been busy chasing that barracks around. You really should get in there and take a look. Comsat Station down for Fantasy. If he has cloak rates coming up soon, Flash could be in big trouble here because he does not have Comsat Station of his own. Looks like cloak rates coming in. Flash cloaking up, but Flash is going to lose these rates. Huge loss for Flash right now, losing 3 rates there to 0 of Fantasies, and Flash is in big trouble if you can't get those Comsat Stations down on time. He's going to be in huge trouble against those cloak rates of Fantasies. Looks like an armory going down. Yeah, Flash in big trouble here in the center of the map. His tanks are vulnerable, and looks like a scan just to chase away Flash's Wraith. Flash in big trouble at this point because he's going to lose the investment he put in those tanks, and he doesn't even have any Marines in that bunker. His Marines are all caught out of position. Flash now in huge trouble. Fantasy is pushing up with his tanks. He's going to be able to take out Flash's tanks. Flash desperately trying to repair his tanks, desperately trying to put up an armory so he can get some Goliaths out. Flash way behind at this point, though, and the tank is going to go down. This is a huge loss for Flash. Flash is in big trouble right now. He's just been destroyed in the air, and now he's that's translated into losing all of his tanks so far. Siege tech up now for Fantasy. Gonna take down the bunker. Flash in huge trouble here in game 3, and Flash needs to win this to stay in the race here, but he doesn't look like he's going to because Fantasy is now shutting down everything at this natural expansion. Also, wow. This is just a humiliating way for Flash to go down here. The lack of a Comsat station seems to have cost him the game. Fantasy now is just free to go up there. Even if Flash has cloak rates, it's not going to help because Fantasy has those 2 stations ready to scan. Flash looks like he's going for a last-ditch attempt to take out the tanks with his Wraiths and with his SCVs now. SCVs charging up, not going to do much. Goliath's trying to get in the action, also not going to do much. This game is absolutely over at this point. GG coming from Flash. Wow. Fantasy showing him the superior Terran player after all in this 3-0 victory. Flash, the Bionic Terran, getting destroyed by Fantasy this game because of the lack of a comset station, and these players are just, these Fantasy fans are going wild here, standing up and waving their fists. Good work all around, I have to say. Well played by Fantasy, who of course was tutored by the greatest, by Boxer and I Love UUV and SK Telecom. So managing to beat Flash, the best Terran around in general, but this time the best Terran is Fantasy. He's going to sign the cards, and he's going to move on to face the winner of Jangby vs. Zero, which you guys should watch also. I'm going to be doing the cast of the finals. I'm not sure if I'll do it live or not. Probably not live because I'm still working, and that would require me to stay up until like 4 a.m. or something. But we'll see what happens. You know, I'm not sure exactly what the time is also for the finals, so I might be able to do them live, but if not, I will have them up, and I am up for suggestions. Just put them in a message to me, or send them to cholerasc@hotmail.com. That's my email address, and you can spam it if you want with your suggestions of games to cast. Like I said, I'm still just looking for Brood War games to cast. I don't have the competence to really do StarCraft 2 at this point, and I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to be, you know, in terms of commentating in a few months. But I have enjoyed doing this series, and hope you guys enjoy watching it. And I love you guys. You guys are great fans, I have to say. Thank you for welcoming me back so warmly. See you in the finals. Thanks for watching.